So today the topic is about multi-threading and the life cycle of uh, thread life cycle multi-threading. So the date is 14 July 2021. So basically multi-threading is a important concept. It is important features of Java. So before that multi-threading, I will go what is meaning of thread. Thread is a light process. So it is the smallest unit of processing, and multi-processing and multi-threading both are achieved by the multitasking. However, we use multi-threading over multiprocessing because uh, we use multi-threading use shared memory area, and Java multi-threading is mostly used in games and animation. So multi-threading allows a concurrent execution for two or more parts of a program for maximum utilization of CPU. So each part such as called as thread. Uh, for example, in a laptop I am using Chrome. So using Chrome I have multiple tabs, so each tab works as a one thread. So if I use another tab, so which I was already opened and gone for next tab, so it will go to the wait state and the new thread will be start. So this is actual uh, multi-threading works. So in gaming also there are multiple buttons available in games. So what happens that we are choosing button, so it is also going to the wait stage, and there are many methods which is used in multi-threading. So uh, threads can be created uh, using two mechanism for extending thread class and implementing a runnable interface. So we create a class that extends the java long.thread class, and this class overrides the run method available in a thread class. So the thread begins its life cycle inside run method. We create an object of our new class, that is class start and method to start the execution of the thread. So start invokes the run method on the thread. So for example, for extending the thread class, so class multi-threading extend thread. So in that I will create a method that is public void run method. So in that I have just use try catch exception, that is sysao thread dot current thread dot get id plus running, and catch exception e sysao exception is caught. So in the main class, that is public class main, in that public static void main string arj. So in that I will create a variable that is int n equal to 8, and for I will iterate 8 times for int at I, and I equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus multi-threading object equal to new multi-threading. So object dot start, so it will run 8 times. So next is thread by implementing the runnable interface. So create a new class which is implemented java.lang.runnable and overrides the run method. So then we initialize the thread object and call the start method on this object. So for example, class multi-threading implements runnable, and in that run method same as that, try catch in try, that is some dot println thread in double quote, and the thread dot current thread dot get id and is running is a double quote. Catch exception e, so in that system dot println exception is caught, and in another class, that is class public class main, in that main method, that is public static void string arg, and int n equal to 8, I will iterate 8 times for int I equal to 0, n I less than n, and I plus plus thread object equal to net and new thread. So here what happened, there are two ways to create an object of multi-threading So first create a multi-threading object, that is multi-threading object equal to new object, new multi-threading. So the object will be passed to the thread class, that is thread object equal to new thread, in bracket the multi-threading object, that is object. So object dot start. So this is a two ways to create uh, object for the runnable interface. So so advantages, the output will be the it will generate 8 tabs randomly. So advantages, it does not block the user because the thread is independent and you can perform multiple operation at the same time. You can perform many operation at instead of times. Threads are independent, so it does not affect other thread if an exception occurs. And so so we'll go through the thread lifecycle of Java. So first is new, then runnable, running, and wait, and dead. So I'll go one by one. New. In this phase, the thread is created using thread class. It remains a state till the program starts the thread. This is also known as born thread or runnable. So in this page, the instance of thread is invoked with a start method, and the thread control is given to the scheduler to finish the execution time. It depends upon the scheduler whether to run the thread or not. So running. So when the thread starts executing, the state are changed to the running state. The scheduler select one thread from the thread pool and it starts executing in the application. So waiting. So this is a state when a thread has to wait, has a multiple thread are running in the application. So there are need to be synchronized between a thread. Hence one thread has to wait till other has to wait till the other thread get executed. Therefore this is a state is waiting state. So last and least is thread dead. So this is a state when the thread is terminated and the thread is running state and soon as possible completed processing, which is a dead state. So for example, I told about the Chrome. So Chrome is a first of all I will open the Chrome. So it is a new state. So then being runnable state, that means I am typing something in a tab. So this is a runnable state. So well I am doing running, that means well I am entering something which is entered in the tab, so it has a running table. So so behind that I'll go to the wait state. Wait state means I will leave the tab and open the new tab, so it will go to the new tab. So if I delete, means I will cut the tab, so it will show that uh, it is terminated. So this is example how the life cycle of thread is happening. So this is about multi-threading. So I will talk about glance about multi-threading. What is multi-threading? So multi-threading is an lightweight sub-process which is the feature main advantages of Java features, and it is also important part of Java. So it is used in games, animations. So therefore no doesn't block any user, and it saves completely time, so it can be in another way, so it saves the time. So in beyond that, multi-threading is very important case in Java. So it is an important part. uh, Talking about a life thread cycle, so it is a part of a multi-threading, how it works. So there are many methods like run method, which is execution part, start method, join method, notify all method, wait method. So these are the methods used in multi-threading for synchronization is an important method which can be synchronized both the methods. And So this is about multi-threading, and thanks for watching.